Hello everybody and welcome. Today I am talking about discovering how your standards and your poor mentality way of thinking determine your quality of life. Yes, it is so true. Hi everybody, I'm Donna Irvin and welcome to my Big Tip Friday. And it's so amazing how most people, when you bring up standards, most people think about economic stuff. They think about social well-being with our countries. They think about cost of living. They talk about poverty rate, education. Most of the time when you think of a standard of living, a lot of people think of that. But that is not what I'm talking about. In fact, your standard of living is what you personally, yourself, the standards that you hold for you. That's what I'm going to be talking about today. And, for a lot of people, some people just really hold low standards for themselves. And that is why, a lot of the times, why they have a very low quality of life. And I'm not always talking about money, okay? Most people think, oh, standard of living, you're buying the best of the best and everything. That's not, that could be a part of it, but that is not really the true value in your standards. Your standards you hold for yourself are all about you, what you're willing to put up with and what you're not willing to put up with. So that's what I want to really talk about today. And, a lot of people will settle for the cheapest way out. They'll settle for a least amount of effort. And the reason for that is a lot of people like to stay in their comfort zones and they don't want to put forth any extra effort to increase their standard of life, their standards and their quality of life. And so that's really, I would want to say it's more of a mindset thing than anything else. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples. For me personally, I have a very high standard that I set for myself for keeping my home clean. And the reason I do that is because I want a clean home. It helps my family stay healthier. It helps everybody stay more focused, more organized, have more concentration, and just overall a better quality of life. So I hold a very high standard to a clean home. And, some people may differ with that, and that's okay, because we each have our own standards that we set for ourselves. Another one is I hold a high standard for a good quality of food. Now, what I mean by that is I don't always, I don't look for the best of the best always, but what I mean by good quality of food is I make my meals at home all the time. I make my meals from home. A lot of them are from scratch. And I take that time to do that for my family because, again, the benefit to that is staying healthier, living longer, having more energy. And as entrepreneurs, we all know we need a lot of energy throughout our day so we can do our work. So that is a very high standard I set. Yes, there are times I'll go out and I'll get junk food, I will have maybe a little bit of cake or something, but that's a treat. I'm talking about overall, your quality of food will also, the quality of life comes out in that. So if you're constantly munching on chips and eating junk food and just trying to get the cheapest food possible just so you can get by, well, guess what? Your life is going to reflect that, and so is your body, because you're going to feel tired, you're going to feel exhausted, you're going to have no energy, and you're just going to, let's just put it, you're going to feel like crap, okay? So that is something you want to figure out in your own mind what standards you want to hold for yourself. And don't compromise that. Sometimes we get into, we want to hold a high standard for ourselves, and maybe we have people around us that will sit there and go, oh, well, I don't know why you're doing that, just get this, or I don't know why you're spending the time on this. And, don't let other people influence your standards. You set your standards and you stick with them. Don't let others influence what you do. Okay? Another thing that that I like to do is taking care of my appearance and working out. That is a really big standard of mine. And I will make the time every day, at least 5 days a week. I will make the time to do at least 30 minutes to 40 minutes of exercise, because that is a high standard I hold for myself. It makes me healthier. I feel better. I have a better overall quality of life. So you can see it's not all about money, okay? Now, yes, I will actually buy a little bit higher quality when it comes to like greens and spinach and just different things. But you can keep that on, if you're in a budget, if you have a budget that you do have to follow, you can still have that standard and eat well, okay? So you get the idea of what I'm going with here. Just set a high standard, set something for yourself, and don't compromise it, because you're going to have a better quality of life, you're going to feel good about it, and you're just going to excel, and that in turn is going to help your business. Also, it crosses over to your business, and you will have a better quality of life in your business as well. So it really ties together here. So you want to take that into account, and really the point here is just to sit down with yourself, think about your standards, what you really want to hold for yourself, and just start working toward meeting that standard, okay? It is a process. It's not something that you're just going to go right away and boom, it's just going to be perfect. It is a process. You do have to work on your standards, okay, and your quality of life. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur. It doesn't matter if you work in the corporate world. It doesn't matter if you are a stay-at-home mom. All of these things can apply, okay? But you do have to take the action on it to get it to work. So that's really my focus for you today. I always say don't settle for less, okay? Settle for what you think is going to be best for you and your family and your business, and you cannot go wrong that way. So that is my Big Tip Friday for you today. Really, guys, I really hope you have a good week, and I will talk to you again on my next Big Tip Friday. Take care, everybody, and talk to you later. Bye-bye.